Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of the Empowered ECE. Happy Friday. Everybody loves a great Friday. I definitely am looking forward to a Friday with great weather. But yes, thank you so much for joining me. I am so excited to have a conversation about something really important in our field, and that is learning about sign language and language barriers within the classroom. And as you know, this show is all about equipping educators with skills, ideas, and things to empower them to be the best educators possible in this field. So I'm so excited to be joined by the lovely Jamie to talk about all things sign language and language barriers in the classroom. So we're going to give a couple of minutes. Oh, I see Jamie here. Whenever she's ready to pop on up. As normal, if you have any questions you'd like to ask me, ask Jamie, feel free to put those questions in the comments. Okay, let's get Hey there.
Hey.
Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Happy Friday.
Yes, and it's warm outside. It's lovely.
Right? Oh my goodness. It just makes the days so much better when the weather is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for joining me. So let's just jump right into it. So tell me a little bit about who Jamie is and your educator experience. Sorry.
That's a loaded question.
Right? Start off strong.
Well, I've been an RECE for 10 years now. I graduated from Conestoga College, and then I decided I wanted to push it a little further. So I did my bachelor's of psychology or my bachelor's of arts in psychology. And then I did my teaching, but ECE is where my heart is. So I graduated and came back to being an ECE, and I've been an ECE ever since.
Amazing. Yeah. Yes. One of the best professions out there, I must
Really
say, being in education, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Okay. So let's slide into your experience within sign language. I'm so excited to get in this because I know for myself, working in the industry, I've worked for a few companies that have incorporated sign language a little bit, and I've noticed how much of an impact it makes in the classroom. So let's talk a little bit about that in your experience.
It's so true. I'm so happy you said that because I'd love to see it in every classroom because it's beneficial for inclusivity, and it's also beneficial for everyone to just know it because it helps with many things. But we'll get into that later.
Right.
When I was a kid, actually, we used to go to my aunt's house all the time, and in her basement where we used to play good old video games.
Right.
She had a sign language dictionary, and I would spend hours just looking through it. Sorry about that.
Okay. Education noises, all good.
Looking through it, learning the signs, and trying to teach myself sign language. And then when I was in high school, I tutored a little boy who had autism, and his mom used sign language with him to communicate. And I was hooked. So my last year of high school, I started taking a certificate program through Conestoga College, Oslo, and I did the 5 courses you needed, and I learned sign language, and I loved it. And now ever since I use it in my classroom, I use it at home raising my kids. It's my life.
Amazing. Oh, I love that. So let's jump into sign language in the classroom. So do you have a couple of tips and areas in terms of educators that are looking to incorporate it in the classroom? Do you have any tips for those educators at all?
Yes, definitely. First of all, it is easy to get started. There are basic signs that you can just incorporate starting right now. I will say that it is so beneficial to go get your sign language certificate from an actual certified sign language instructor, preferably one who is deaf or hard of hearing, because the culture behind it is incredible, and you will learn so much more from them than I could ever teach you. Right. But to get you started in the classroom, I can definitely help out.
Amazing.
But just making it fun. So, for example, a lot of people start during snack time because who doesn't love food?
Right?
And they start with a sign like more.
More.
So yeah, just like that, more. So when you're teaching them a sign like more, you would say, oh, do you want some more? Oh, I see you want more. And then you'd give them some food, and then you'd be like, oh, there, you have more. So using it at least 3 times will give you that go ahead and give them a little push to learn it. Making it fun, which as ECs, we make everything fun. So
right.
It works. And make sure the signs that you're teaching them, for example, more, are practical, that you're using them every day and that it is repetitive. So it's just like learning language. It's only with signs instead of talking.
Right, right. Oh, I love that. I love that. Amazing. You know, it's really, really interesting. I tend to always talk about my nephew on here. I love him, of course. But anyway,
he's so cute.
Thank you. But you know what was so funny actually the other day is that he watches, he's a TV kid. Okay, I'll just put it out there for sure because with COVID, everything's just different, right? Yeah. But he taught himself sign language through watching it on a show on YouTube. And what was it that he did? What's the sign for thank you?
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. So one time my sister was doing something and he's like, thank you. And my sister's like, what did you do? So it's so easy. It is so easy. And, you know, like I said, I've been incorporated within programs that have adapted it in the infant room, especially. Yeah. And I would say that it really supports the development of infants just crossing over specifically to learning different language areas as well. And like you said, the more and what's the sign for milk? Yes. Those two, more and milk, those are so important in the classroom, right? In the infant classroom. And just seeing the infants grab onto that, it's that connection between language as well, which is really excellent as well.
100%. Like a lot of the things I talk about when I talk about sign language people is the frustration it reduces for not only the child, but also the educator, because there is nothing worse than trying to guess when a child's upset about what they want. Like, I don't know. What do you want? What do you want?
Right.
And this gives them a step up to be able to tell you sooner without spoken words. It's actually, the muscles that children use to sign are developed faster than the muscles they use to talk. So it's easier for them developmentally to learn how to sign faster than they learn to talk. And it is proven that there is no downfalls, that they still learn they still learn language on time, and some even progress faster at learning language because they already have the foundations.
Yes, absolutely. That's so great. One thing I did want to touch on, it wasn't on my list of questions, so I hope you don't mind for sure, is I want to talk about your consulting services and what you do. Can you speak a little bit about that? Because I'm sure there'll be a lot of people flooding to your page to learn more about Miss Jamie. So let's hear about that.
Of course. So I started this because of sign language and using it in the classroom, and it's so important. The benefits are huge. So through that, I can do a one-on-one with teaching some basic signs. I can help you make yourself a book that has the children's feelings. We do a lot around feelings because that's one of the first things that they should learn, is how to identify their feelings. So we do this and happy, and we take pictures of the kids doing it, and then we put it in a book with the words and like pictures that like of a smiley face, so they can get to learn the two things beside each other. Flumbling over my words.
It's okay.
But yeah, so one-on-one, I teach how to do that. I can do circle time, so I can take apart a story with you and teach you the basic signs of the story, whether it's colors or feelings or just keywords throughout the story, and then teach you how to introduce signs through your circles. A popular one is brown bear, because of the color. So you can learn the colors and the animals, and then depending on the age that you're teaching, we can jump right into more than one sign. We can learn the colors and the animals.
Right. Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah.
That's incredible. As you said book, my mind went to book. I'm going to be in contact with you about Zoe because I'd love
Deal.
to turn some of those words into signs for sure. Because I'm looking for ways, which actually goes into my next question for sure, is how to incorporate different resources and stuff in the classroom. And that popped in my head, especially. So do you have any tips going on to that now? Do you have any tips for, I know you mentioned for teachers to look out for those certificate courses and stuff that they can take, but do you have any other tips specifically for teachers that want to start it in the classroom, maybe visually, environmentally?
100%. First of all, you can always reach out to me and I can help you do whatever it is you want to, especially around sign language. But there's so many amazing websites out there. My ASL dictionary is one. If you just search ASL dictionary on Google, it'll bring you up, and there's people that do the signs for you with whatever word that you're looking for. And if that's something you want to jump into, then by all means, it's so incredibly important to get this into your classrooms. It doesn't really matter how you do it. It's just do it. So important. But there's also a lot around baby sign that you can get pictures and like your routines. So if you have pictures of your routines up, you can have the sign for that routine beside it so that they're learning the sign for both. You can have pictures of yourself doing the signs by your snack area. So you can have food, or drink. And you get someone to take your picture and you put it up right at your snack area so that they're seeing those pictures and getting to know the signs even when you're not doing it right in front of them.
Great. Amazing. And as normal, it's like, it's so great for teachers to take that extra mile in their classroom to make their classroom as inclusive and diverse as possible. And I bet this is just one other thing to add to their tool belt for sure. And I could just probably imagine that the impact that you make in terms of teaching other teachers and the impact that you make, just taking that initiative to do that course and do that, the extra education behind it. What is some of the feedback you've gotten from parents when they see that you start to incorporate into the class, especially the parents of children that benefit from this most?
Yeah, no, everyone is super thankful and very happy. I had the opportunity to present it at a AGM at a center that I worked at to families and get them started at home because it's so beneficial if they're doing it at home and at daycare, at childcare, at school. But yeah, the feedback has been nothing but positive, and I love learning. I'm addicted to learning and lifelong learning. So it was really easy to make the goal and the decision to take this extra course, but it is definitely, no negatives. You hear, like when you're learning about it, you hear about people saying, oh, but my kid's not going to learn how to talk then, or what's another one? Oh, it takes too much time to learn, but it's all incorporated into our daily process. And once it becomes a routine, you don't even know that you're doing it. You're just doing it.
Amazing. Okay, so the very last thing that I'd like to give the opportunity to is that promo pitch. So where can people reach you, and do you have a website? Do you have socials? Let's throw that in there.
Yes. You can reach me here at Miss Jamie _RECE and on Instagram and TikTok. I'm not very great at TikTok, but I'm learning.
Me too.
I have a website, www.missjamieconsulting.com, and my Facebook page, Miss Jamie Consulting. Reach out on anyone, even if you just want to say hi or chat, because I love talking and I'm super social. Yeah, anywhere. And check out what I do. I offer a variety of services. It would be great to hear from you. So
amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining us. This was an excellent conversation. As I said in the beginning when I popped on, the goal for the Empowered ECE is just to open up different topics and talk about these things that we can incorporate in their classrooms and just empower educators to be even better. So it's such a pleasure talking to you and learning about sign language.
Thank you so much for having me. This has been so much fun.
Of course. Awesome. Okay, take care. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.